everyone. So today's topic, I'm going to talk about what being cheated on did to me years later. So people talk about being cheated on like it's a moment, one event, one betrayal, one breakup. But what they never tell you is that the real damage doesn't show up right away. It doesn't all hit at once. It creeps in slowly, quietly, and years later you look at yourself and think, oh, this is where it changed me. Because being cheated on doesn't just break your heart, it rewires things you didn't know could be rewired. Like for me, it changed the way I love, the way I trust, the way I interpret silence, tone, pauses, timing. It trained me to look for danger in the most innocent behaviour. It made me flinch at things that shouldn't hurt. And even now, years later, there are things I still feel because of it. Like I overthink everything. If someone doesn't text back for a few hours, my brain obviously whispers, "You've been here before." I struggle to believe compliments, so because once upon a time, someone who loved me was lying right to my face. I apologise too much, not because I'm guilty, but because I became conditioned to keep the peace at all costs. I also expect people to leave, like not dramatically, just slowly, the way I was left. Piece by piece, attention by attention, until one day I realised I was alone. What cheating does long after the breakup is it plants doubts where confidence used to be. It builds walls where softness used to exist. And even when you heal, the blueprint of the damage stays. And here's the part we don't talk about enough. It also made me stronger, but not in the empowered superhero way people like to frame it. It made me stronger in the way someone becomes strong after surviving a storm. So a little cautious, a little weathered, but aware, deeply aware of what they deserve and what they will never tolerate again. It taught me not everyone who says I love you is capable of loving. Loyalty is a choice, not a personality trait. Someone's behaviour or betrayal is not evidence of my inadequacy. Leaving was never my failure, it was my rescue. But the biggest thing I learnt is being cheated on didn't break me, it revealed me. It showed me the parts of myself that needed protection, boundaries, and healing. It forced me to rebuild with more intention. It shifted the way I show up in relationships, not out of fear, but out of self-respect. And yeah, obviously sometimes the old wounds ache. Sometimes the memories sting. Sometimes I still feel that old panic rise in my chest when obviously someone I care about does become distant. But now I do know the truth. Someone else's betrayal is not my burden to carry forever. Their choices are not my identity. Their disloyalty is not proof that I am unlovable. It affected me deeply, painfully, but it didn't define who I am. If anything, it clarified the kind of love that I do deserve. So honest, consistent, respectful, and rooted in actions, not excuses. So if you've ever been cheated on and you still feel the aftershocks years later, you aren't weak. You're not stuck. You're not overreacting. You are human and you are allowed to heal at your own pace. The right person won't just avoid hurting you. They'll help you feel safe again. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Bye.